Shedeur Sanders' contract rumor exposed as fake ahead of Browns opener, while Justin Tucker faces career-threatening suspension. The start of the NFL season rarely arrives without a swirl of storylines, and in 2025, the Cleveland Browns find themselves at the center of two very different storms. On one side, rookie quarterback Shedeur Sanders, already under the spotlight because of his famous last name and the hype surrounding his arrival, has had to shut down a bizarre contract rumor involving a so-called prime equity clause. On the other, the league continues to reel from the stunning downfall of longtime Ravens kicker Justin Tucker, whose release and 10-game suspension after sexual misconduct allegations have left fans questioning how a career so accomplished could unravel so suddenly. Together, these two narratives underscore the NFL's constant tension between fact and fiction, between hope and scandal. For Sanders, the challenge is proving he belongs despite doubters and distractions. For Tucker, the question is whether redemption is even possible. The prime equity clause that never existed. In the days leading up to the Browns' Week 1 opener, a viral rumor spread across social media claiming that Shedeur Sanders had secured a groundbreaking contract add-on known as the prime equity clause. According to the chatter, this supposed clause gave Sanders a direct percentage of team revenue tied to his name, merchandise sales, sponsorships, and promotional campaigns that featured him. For a rookie who slid to the 5th round despite his star power, it sounded almost too good to be true. That's because it was. NFL Network insider Ian Rappaport wasted no time in shutting down the speculation. "This is absolutely fake," Rappaport wrote bluntly on X, formerly Twitter, responding to a viral video about the clause. "There is no such thing as a prime equity clause. How in the world does anyone think there is?" The debunking immediately cooled the conversation, but not before it had spread widely enough to reveal just how much fascination surrounds Shedeur Sanders. In an era where name, image, and likeness nil have reshaped college football, many fans simply assumed that an NFL player with Sanders' profile could negotiate something similar. But NFL contracts are tightly regulated by the collective bargaining agreement, leaving little room for creative clauses that would break precedent. The reality of Sanders' deal. The truth is far less glamorous but perfectly standard. Sanders signed a 4-year rookie contract worth approximately $4.6 million, with a signing bonus of around $447,000. Those numbers are slotted for his draft position, leaving little negotiation power for a 5th-round pick regardless of his fame. Of course, Sanders doesn't need a prime equity clause to earn extra money. Off the field, he already has lucrative endorsement deals with Nike, Gatorade, and Beats by Dre partnerships that reflect his marketability and the cultural footprint he built under the guidance of his father. But those deals are completely separate from his contract with the Browns. The rumor may have been false, but its traction speaks volumes. Fans want to believe Sanders is different, that he is already rewriting the rules. For now, though, the reality is far more conventional. A rookie quarterback with a standard rookie deal, facing the uphill battle of climbing a depth chart. Sanders standing in Cleveland. As the Browns prepare for their season opener, Sanders is set to begin as the team's number 3 quarterback. Ahead of him stand Joe Flacco, the 40-year-old veteran who has been named the starter, and fellow rookie Dillon Gabriel, who has impressed enough in camp to claim the backup role. Sanders' preseason was a tale of highs and lows. He flashed promise at times, but his final outing against the Los Angeles Rams was rough. Completing just 3 passes for 14 yards while being sacked 5 times, Sanders left the field with more questions than answers. "Obviously, I feel like I can improve in a lot of areas, like the same thing I said last time," Sanders admitted afterward. "I'm just excited for the opportunity to get out there and play. Every day was a new day. Every day you learn different things and life lessons that you learn in every situation. I'm coming out of training camp happy that I got the opportunity." His humility and determination have been well received inside the locker room. Coaches and teammates alike note his poise and willingness to learn. Still, the Browns' quarterback situation remains complicated, and Sanders' path to the field is anything but clear. Flacco, Gabriel, and the Watson factor. Joe Flacco enters the year as the unquestioned starter, but at 40, questions about durability and stamina linger. Dillon Gabriel, another rookie, has leapfrogged Sanders in the pecking order, showing enough readiness to hold the QB2 spot. That alone signals that Sanders is being treated as a long-term project rather than an immediate option. Complicating matters further is the looming presence of Deshaun Watson. Still under contract for $230 million guaranteed, Watson begins the year on the reserve/PUP list, sidelining him for at least the first 4 games. Once healthy, the Browns will face a roster crunch. With Flacco, Gabriel, and Sanders already occupying spots, reintegrating Watson could force a difficult decision. Browns owner Jimmy Haslam recently acknowledged the team's ongoing evaluation of its quarterbacks, particularly the rookies. Absolutely, Kevin Stefanski is aware of that, Haslam said. He knows how important quarterback is, and he and general manager Andrew Barry talk about those kinds of things all the time. It's a daily, ongoing conversation. For Sanders, that means opportunity could arrive unexpectedly. If Flacco struggles, if Gabriel falters, or if the team wants to accelerate its evaluation. But for now, his official role is to wait. From rumor to reality. A rookie tested. The false prime equity clause rumor may have been amusing, but it also highlighted the unique position Shedeur Sanders occupies. He is both a rookie and a brand, both an understudy and a headline. His journey in 2025 will not be defined by fake contract terms, but by how he handles the grind of preparation, the sting of limited reps, and the weight of expectation. If patience is his lesson this year, resilience may be his defining trait. Justin Tucker, from legend to outcast. While Sanders' story is about rumor and potential, Justin Tucker's is about reality and disgrace. Once celebrated as the most accurate kicker in NFL history and the final remaining link to the Ravens' 2012 Super Bowl team, Tucker was released in May 2025 after 13 seasons in Baltimore. Officially, the team cited performance. Tucker was coming off his worst season, connecting on just 73.3% of his field goal attempts. But the timing coincided with an NFL investigation into allegations of sexual misconduct, and the shadow over his legacy now seems impossible to escape. The allegations, first reported by the Baltimore Banner, were shocking. 6 massage therapists accused Tucker of inappropriate sexual behavior dating back to 2012 to 2016. As the weeks passed, 10 more women came forward, bringing the total to 16 accusers from 8 different Baltimore area spas. Allegations and denials. According to the reports, Tucker was accused of exposing himself during massage sessions, making unwanted contact, and creating uncomfortable environments for the therapists involved. The allegations included disturbing details, requests for massages near his pelvic region, deliberate removal of sheets to expose himself, and in some cases, physical contact with therapists. Tucker, married since 2015, has denied all accusations. His lawyers presented statements from spa owners who said they never received complaints, and Tucker himself has maintained his innocence throughout. Nevertheless, the sheer number of similar allegations has placed an indelible mark on his reputation. The NFL's response. After months of investigation, the NFL suspended Tucker for the first 10 games of the 2025 season. The suspension applies even if Tucker remains unsigned, meaning he cannot return to the field until November 11th at the earliest. While technically eligible to sign with a new team after reinstatement, his age, 35, declining performance, and the severity of the allegations make a comeback uncertain. The Ravens, meanwhile, drafted Arizona kicker Tyler Loop, signaling their intent to move on swiftly. Though the team insisted Tucker's release was football-related, few doubt that the off-field scandal played a role. The future in question. Is Justin Tucker retired? Not officially. He has not announced retirement and continues to maintain his innocence. But the road back looks daunting. Kickers are replaceable in today's NFL, and for a player carrying both declining stats and a cloud of allegations, the appetite among teams may be low. Some argue that a desperate contender might take a risk, citing how the Browns themselves acquired Deshaun Watson despite his controversies. But Watson was a franchise quarterback. Tucker, for all his accomplishments, plays at a position where replacements are plentiful. The cost-benefit analysis is very different. A tale of two stories. On one side stands Shedeur Sanders, a rookie burdened by rumors, eager to prove his worth, and facing a season of patience. On the other stands Justin Tucker, a fallen star suspended amid scandal, unsure if he will ever return. The juxtaposition is striking. Sanders represents the hope of what could be, while Tucker reflects the tragedy of what was lost. Both stories, however, reveal the fragility of reputation in the NFL, how quickly a narrative can change, how rapidly speculation can become gospel, and how the truth eventually cuts through, whether it involves a fake contract. See.